Alright guys, we're back with another episode of Unity. I was gonna stop recording, but I decided, what the hell, I'll do one more. What do you mean high difficulty mission? You just threw me in this fucking mission. What are you talking? Like really? Okay, whatever. Yeah, I mean like, you have to do this mission. What do you mean upgrade shit? We can't even upgrade anything yet. But whatever, let's continue on here. Did he open the door yet? Oh wait, what? Where are we? Am I in? Okay, we just died and we reloaded. That's why I'm kind of confused with what we're doing. Okay, so he's still doing this. So, okay, yeah, we do need to fight these guys still. Ah, fuck! I fucked it up. But I spent the last 2 episodes talking about Big Brother and Survivor. I mean, I don't know what else there really is to talk about. I mean, I'm sure there's stuff to talk about. But I looked on Twitter for a little bit, and a lot of people were defending Casey's win, and yeah, I mean, whatever. But a lot of people are talking as if like Casey played this like masterful game, and it's really just really not there. I mean, it really is. I get people did not like Tyler, but to like say that Casey what outplayed Tyler in the jury questioning and stuff is fucking ridiculous in my opinion. Okay, frame rate. Like, they're talking as if she intentionally did things, which is the problem with Casey's game to me, is that she never intentionally did anything unless someone told her to do that thing, with most of the time that person that told her to do that thing being Tyler. I really, yeah, I'm obviously, I'm not happy with this jury vote, but again, it is what it is. We'll see if things change. But to be honest, I don't think it will. Oh, fuck off. Damn it.
Give up. There's nowhere to run. Throw down your...
Okay. That's something else I actually never paid attention to until now. Yeah, Origins is the first Assassin's Creed game with a difficulty setting, isn't it? I completely forgot about that. Yeah, because Unity is actually a somewhat difficult game. Obviously, it's not like fucking like Ikaruga or anything. I mean, it's not like a brutally difficult game, but it is a more difficult game than a lot of the previous Assassin's Creed games. I mean, Assassin's Creed 2 is like, I mean, 2 Brotherhood Revelations are all pretty fucking easy games. Like AC1 and 3 are also pretty easy for the most part. And AC3 has some like fucking bullshit missions, but I mean, they're not super difficult necessarily. It's just they're very it's like the ones that are difficult aren't difficult because they were supposed to be difficult, unlike where this game I think is intentionally difficult at certain points. Yeah, I think going back to Big Brother, the problem I have with Casey's game is that she never did it much intentionally. Like, a lot of these things that she did, like, people were talking about her great jury management. It's like, a lot of her jury management was just her being her. Like, she didn't actively do anything, which, again, I've said this a billion times, but that's the fact that she doesn't actively do anything is the problem with her game, and why I think this is not a very repeatable again, that's a retcon anyway. So I mean, yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. And we've seen multiple Templars at this point do leaps of faith. We've just seen multiple, like, random people in general do leaps of faith. Like, why the fuck does it have to be exclusive to assassins? Yeah, I'm looking at Reddit. It's funny. A lot of people are complaining about Swaggy proposing, which it's whatever. It's so fucking. Again, I'm pretty sure he's doing it for attention. It's so fucking strange to propose to someone 23 days after you met them and after you've been separated for like 2 months, after having only known them for 23 days. And like the fact that he like became like best friends with her family, I feel like is really fucking creepy too. Like if this was like real, like if this was me, like in a girl, like if I had known a girl for like 3 weeks, disappear, didn't disappear, but like didn't see her for 2 months, and like I came back and like all of a sudden she's like best friends with my family and everything, I would be creeped the fuck out. But whatever.
Elise, please. You can't believe I killed Monsieur de la Serre. Your father, he wasn't the man you thought he was. Neither of our fathers were.
I know exactly who my father was, Arnaud. And I know who yours was. I suppose it was inevitable. You an assassin, me a Templar.
You?
Does that shock you? My father always meant for me to follow in his footsteps. Now all I can do is avenge him.
I swear to you, I had nothing to do with his death.
But you did.
No. No! By my life, I swear I didn't. Is that?
A letter intended for my father the day he was murdered. Read it.
Grandmaster de la Serre, I have learned through my agents that an individual within our order plots against you. I beg you to be on your guard at the initiation tonight. Trust no one, not even those you call friends. May the Father of Understanding guide you. L.
I found that on the floor of my father's room. Unopened.
I didn't know.
Neither did my father.
How could I have known?
Just go.
Which again, I still don't get why she's so upset. Like it's such an irrational thing here that she's upset at him because of the fucking letter. I don't know. So, oh yeah, Tyler won America's Favorite. I didn't talk about that yet. Yeah. First time, I mean, technically, celebrity, obviously, Ross won America's Favorite, but, I mean, Tyler winning America's Favorite is the first time in a civilian Big Brother season where a Final Two member won America's Favorite, which, supposedly, according to Vegas, Derek won America's Favorite in BB16. But they switched it, and they do this every so often. And to be honest, I think that is true. Like, I mean, the thing is, I do think there were many times in the past where the final two would have had a good shot at winning. Like, I mean, the thing is, pre BB13 was it? I don't remember, but it used to be America's Favorite Juror, and then they changed it. Now, BB13 included the pre-jury members, now that I think about it. Because I remember, like, Keith talking about how much he wanted to get voted. I think, at least. But... And to be honest, I think that's the way it should be. Because I do think, it makes more sense to give, like, a person who's not getting a significant amount of money the, America's Favorite. Though, I mean, again, like, if it's anyone, I'm okay with it being Tyler getting the America's Favorite, but again, I would have technically... Okay, so Paris is open. We're in the open world now. Are we in sequence 3 already? I think we are. Are we not? Okay, maybe we're not. We're only in sequence 2 still. So I guess we got... this is... Sequence 2 is until you become an assassin then? Okay, I guess so. Okay, yeah, that was only memory 1. Okay. So let's go ahead and, again, we're just going to rush through the story. I mean, we're not really planning on doing anything else in this playthrough, so, yeah. Elise de la Serre. See, how old are they right now, by the way? Because, I mean, they're the same age, I'm pretty sure. But, how old are they, though? Encyclopedia, I guess? Yeah. 68. Well, just to make sure. I'm pretty sure she was born the same year, right? Well, it doesn't even mention, but I'm pretty sure they're the same age. So, 68. So, he's like 20 then, right? I think around that age. I don't know what year it is, actually. Is it 89? Because French Revolution started in 89, right? Which I would assume that would mean this is 89, which would put him at 21. Which seems about right. Okay, wait, fuck. Sorry, yeah, let's go ahead and go to the mission. Yeah, Tyler winning America's favorite, fine. I think there's definitely points in other seasons where I think a final two member, like I think it's really up to production on who they want to give it to. But I would have been upset if Brett won America's favorite, but it is what it is. Okay. Yeah, supposedly according to Vegas, Casey was in the top 3, which is interesting. But obviously, Casey won, so I do think they took her out. Obviously, Tyler was number 1 by a lot anyway. Tyler was number 1 by double digits according to Vegas, so yeah.
I suppose a simple address would be too
And
mundane.
Brett was number 2, but supposedly Casey was number 3. Then obviously Casey won, so I do think that they switched her out with Haley. But either way. Yeah, I mean, I think there's other seasons where, like, I don't think the one that won America's favorite would have won America's favorite, but whatever. I mean, because like what last season Cody I think wins America's favorite every time. I think season before that I think Victor wins, right, every time. It was originally like I do think Paul wins a straight up who's your favorite player vote that season, but I do think a lot of people were obviously thinking that Paul was gonna win at that point, 1, and 2 that oh, fuck off, are you serious? Okay, well, let's try to go up from here then. All right, Paul was gonna win, and 2 that
Perhaps the sunbeam.
I think Victor had more of a like overall appeal, but so I do think Paul could have won that fan favorite though if it wasn't for brushing. But I don't know. I don't have any proof on this, obviously. I don't know, but I would be surprised though if Paul wasn't at least top couple in that. Okay, what the fuck is going on? No, oh my fucking god. Okay, fuck off. Let's drop. Fuck that. Because what we're trying to get to is this. I feel like we might as well just fucking climb this and see if we can do it.
If you can pluck.
You know what? BB17 was James. I think that's. I mean, I personally would have voted for Johnny Mac, but again, I do think that's how people voted that season. Like, I don't think Steve, Liz, or Vanessa really were winning America's favorite. Supposedly, Derek won fan favorite in 16, according to Vegas. Which, I mean, to be honest, isn't too shocking. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's him against Donnie. I think Donnie. Oh yeah, I think because Derek won, they probably did eliminate Derek from that. I think 100% they're never going to give a winner America's favorite. I don't think they're going to. And I could see Derek winning that, even though I know a lot of people call bullshit on that. I could see that actually being the case. Okay. So what we need to do is get on the other side. Oh, fuck off! Okay, whatever. Then what else was there? BB15, I mean, again, that was always going to Alyssa. I think BB14 is really interesting because I think both of the people that were in the final 2 would have won a jury vote against. I would have won a America's favorite vote. Like, especially because I believe I remember at the time the polls were number 1 Dan, number 1 Ian, number 2 Dan, number 3 Brittany, number 4 Frank. Yet Frank ends up winning America's Favorite that season, which again, like I could see him edging out Brittany, but the fact that he edges out both Ian again won, so it's whatever. But like the fact that he edges out Dan, who again Ian and Dan were far away ahead of the other two, I feel like that's kind of iffy that Dan didn't win America's Favorite that season. But whatever. Again, I personally was rooting for Frank. I loved Frank during that season. I liked him during 18, even though obviously not great gameplay there. Really, I mean, okay, what the fuck was that? Did you see that? That would look like shit.
Sanctuary.
Oh my god.
Place we can train and prepare away from the eyes of our enemies.
Then I'm trying to think what else. BB.
Didn't we just escape from a dungeon?
BB 13. Jeff wins again. No one was beating Jeff. BB 12. Brittany wins. No one was beating Brittany. BB 11. Jeff again. Jeff was always winning. And then before that, it was definitely a juror thing. So yeah, I guess really the only time that they could have potentially changed it up was BB 14. Yeah, actually, I do believe that they probably did change it up. Because I just don't see Dan, like Dan was number 2 in the polls, while Frank was like number 4 in a lot of the polls. So it's like, I guess I can see it, but I just don't think it actually happened. But whatever. So I think what we're going to do here is that we're going to finish up the sequence, which involves a dream sequence thing that we're about to get to. But after this, we will end the episode.
So, the son of Charles Dorion returns to us. Belek thought you wouldn't come, but changed your mind.
I'm tired of running from my failures. Monsieur de la Serre, my father. I want to make it right.
The death of Grandmaster de la Serre weighs on you. Why? Did you wield the blade yourself?
Does it matter? The blame still lies with me.
إن ذنوبه تكل كيلي هل أنت متأكد من؟
أنا كذلك إنه قادر على مواجهة المحاكمة سيكون جيدا.
Very well. Out of the dark you come into the light. From the light you will return to the dark.
I just love how like monotone he kind of says this. It's very funny.
If that's a fancy way of asking, do I want your help? Yes.
It's the thing that I find interesting about Arno too, is that Arno never actually joins the Assassins because he actually believes in their ideals. Which again, I find interesting. I mean, like, the thing about Arno is that throughout the entire game, everything Arno does, okay, frame rate, but everything Arno does is for Elise. And I really think, like, the entirety of the story, whether you like it or not, is based on your opinion of Arno and Elise's relationship, in my opinion. Like, I don't think there's really any other way about it. Just because, again, it's such a major, like, motivation for Arno's character to do anything. Again, this looks really good graphically, this sort of, like, tunnel here.
What's happening? Hello?
Yeah, this is the, I really like this too. I think this is pretty cool, the different stages of his life so far. But whatever. Leap of faith.
Courage, my boy. You wait just here. I will return when this hand reaches the top, and there is to be no mission.
Yeah, I still feel bad for Tyler because again, he played one of the most dominant. And this is very different from Paul, where Paul didn't give a shit about Big Brother before he played it, and even when he played it, he didn't give a shit. He actively kept on saying how much he never watched this season. He never even cared to even do it. Like, he never cared to learn about the game or anything. He just naturally went with it. But yeah, it's a testament to how good of a player Paul is. But again, if only he had like decided to rewatch his season, learn about how jury works, he could have potentially won that season. And I mean, the second season. And Yeah, he didn't because he's a fucking idiot. I mean, yeah, he played a great game, but it's like he could have easily had won that game. It's like Josh won pretty much solely because Paul. I mean, Josh only won because Paul fucked it up so bad. Which again, I think this dream sequence also let further. I not really though, because obviously it's all supposed to be symbolism, but the fact that again, I just feel like it's so weird. There's no reference to Shay at all within this game, which makes me think that they didn't even change a single fucking thing from their original plan. After, like, it's like they didn't even communicate with the rogue team. But whatever.
If you can pluck your head from your own arse, come find us. You make a fine fit.
Which again, graphically, this is like a really cool section. Obviously, it's all set piece, so I mean, obviously they're able to like polish it more and whatever else, and utilize more of the PS4's power for this. But still, whatever.
Go! I'll distract them.
But yeah, I mean, like, if I was Tyler and like, obviously he knows how great of a game he played and how dominant of a game he played. And if it was me, I would be fucking pissed that I did not win this season. This was his season. Like, I mean, confessional count wise, he had over 300 confessionals. The next closest, I believe, is Haley at like 170. He dominated this season, both in terms of screen time, in terms of gameplay, really in terms of everything. And the fact that he doesn't win is, to be honest, it's similar to Paul. Again, I think there's the fundamental difference between him and Paul in the sense that I don't think Tyler lost because of his jury management. Like, I don't think there was like a blatant thing he could have done that would have got him the win, unlike Paul, where Paul, like, there were things that he could have done that would have easily gotten him the win. Where with Tyler, it takes a lot of more, like, more finicky things to get him the win in that final 2 against Casey. There you go. Alright, finish this section. Okay.
These are the words spoken by our ancestors, the words that lay at the heart of our creed.
Stay your blade from the flesh of the innocent.
Hide in plain sight.
Never compromise the Brotherhood.
Let these tenets be branded upon your mind. Follow them and be uplifted. Break them at your peril. Rise, assassin. Arno Dorian is dead. He has been culled from this world. His sins and failures turned to dust. Tonight he is reborn, a novice of the Assassin Brotherhood.
Alright, so I believe that's the end of sequence 2. These sequences are really fucking short in this game, mainly because the game in general is just really short. Again, the game's like 8 hours or so, but there's 12 sequences. Usually in these sequences that are this long, like in Assassin's Creed games that have this many sequences, they're usually, Assassin's Creed games are usually about an hour sequence at the end of the day. Like, again, like AC2, about 12-hour game, if you play it without rushing through it, obviously, like I did. Same thing with Black Flag, about 12-hour game or so. I mean, really, Black Flag could be longer if you take your time. And obviously, like Brotherhood, about 9-hour game. Revelations, Revelations a bit iffy, probably more like an 8-hour game. But I mean, still. Okay, it's loading.
Welcome back.
Oh, I completely forgot about the modern day because it's so fucking useless in this game.
Are you willing to take up the fight and join us? Deacon, load the file.
Coming up.
We lifted a media file from Abstergo last month, and the information it contains is astounding. But we won't share these things with just anyone. By pressing play, you'll be joining the Assassins. If you want to fight the Templar menace, if you're willing to save civilization from Abstergo's clutches, press play, sit back, and ready yourself for the truth. Getting cold feet?
Oh, fuck, I didn't even pay attention.
Welcome to the Assassins.
I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the interview with Scott Phillips, who's the creative director of Odyssey, where he talks about... actually, his quote is that Assassin's Creed is going to have the gender option for every game developed by Ubisoft Quebec, which is an interesting comment. Obviously, that doesn't include Montreal 3 or anything. Which is the other team working on Assassin's Creed, which are the ones that developed Black Flag and Origins. But we'll see. What I really don't like about this, though, is the fact that why haven't we had a female protagonist yet? Like, we're really in a day and age where it's like a lot of these, like, really well, there's a lot of, like, well-reviewed games that have female, like, strong female protagonists, in like Tomb Raider, in Horizon Zero Dawn. It's like, why? Like, I just don't get why they just didn't. I know they wanted to put this, oh, you have a choice thing, but it's like, why wasn't Cassandra just the main character anyway? Especially because she's the canon character. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
If we can sequence the full precursor genome, there is no limit to the
Oh,
knowledge we
well, that's
will gain.
interesting.
Using Animus technology, precursor
So I guess it's been confirmed now that the AMC is the company that backed out of funding Telltale right before it closed. So that's interesting.
Such discoveries will surpass 100-fold the splitting of the
So they must have been pretty upset with the sales or something, man. God damn. And for them to back out funding out to the point where it causes Telltale to close down right away, that's pretty big.
Our work will begin with this sample. Our goal is to unravel the triple helix, sequence the precursor genome, and change the world for the better, forever. Welcome to the Phoenix Project.
All right. That's literally all the modern day stuff we get. Except for at the end where Bishop tells you, hey, none of this mattered.
So, this is where we stand. Last year,
It's funny that we're never going to see Bishop ever again. like it's pretty funny to me. Who knows, she might show up in Odyssey, but I have a feeling we're never seeing her ever again.
In the present and in the past, the more Abstergo finds, the closer they get to their final goal. We've blocked their recent attempts to find more, but Abstergo will not stop looking until they sequence a full precursor genome. So, why Arnaud Dorian? Why chase an assassin through the French Revolution? It turns out, at some point in his life, Arnaud came into contact with another sage. We need you to find out when and where these meetings took place. If Arnaud was present for this sage's death, it might lead Abstergo straight to his body. Naturally, we'd like to find it first. This is where you come in. It won't be simple. Genetic memory must be tackled in sequence to keep the data stable. But we're confident you're up to the task. And you won't be alone. Other initiates, assassins just like you, are doing their part to end this fight. If you need more training...
Yeah, I'm reading stuff online about people's interpretation of this ending for Big Brother, and I think some people are talking about the bitterness of Scotty, and the thing is, the reason why I'm kind of upset at Scotty, again, he has every right to be bitter, but the thing is, from my perspective, if I heard that a guy literally lied to me the entire time, pretended to be my friend the entire time, and I actually believed it, I would applaud that person. Like, I would, again, I just feel like for me, it's like, I would actually, the person who I feel is the most responsible for getting it out, I would vote for that person more than likely at the end. As long as it's not someone that, like, did one thing and got me out, and then that's the only thing they did the entire season. But, I mean, okay, wait, let's do some upgrades first. We have 4. That's not too bad. I think we'll go for health, though, right? Yeah. And then, I don't know. We'll end recording after this, by the way. It's already 1 o'clock in the morning, and I have class tomorrow morning. Double assassination wouldn't be bad. Yeah, it's so weird to me why... Yeah, so he does have 2 hidden blades, right? So why the fuck does he kill people like that? Why doesn't he just do the Ezio thing, which looks a lot better? Like, that's such a weird double assassination thing. You have to unlock ranged weapons? I don't remember that for some reason. I think we actually might just go for this, because to be honest, ranged weapons aren't that great in this game. Yeah. There we go. We're not going to start any mission, but I might talk for a little bit more.
I had Deacon do some poking around in Arno's memories. Seems he was a busy guy. See that symbol? That's a co-op mission. I play a lot of games multiplayer. I don't know about you, but I thought you'd like to mix it up a little. These are missions Arno ran with his assassin buddies, so they'll give you an idea of what our organization's about. Just walk into the glitch and you'll get all the details. I've marked them.
Yeah, a lot of people are blaming Tyler for Sam's vote, which, I mean, yeah. But yeah, I could see it. But the thing is, I just don't think it's Sam's such a wild card. I mean, like, people are actually, that's what people are complaining about, is like him calling her a wild card. But she's such a wild card. It's like you can't really predict how she's gonna react to anything. Yeah, again, like, I feel like with Scotty, it's more so just disappointment because he's actively talked about how Tyler is playing the best game, yet he votes for Casey and talks about how I'm voting for loyalty and all this bullshit. That's what irritates me. Again, he has every right to vote that way. Casey deserved to win. She got the 5 votes, but it is fucking irritating. Because, I mean, like, as a super fan, that's just not the way I look at the game. And again, everyone can look at the game different ways. Everyone can do whatever. But it's like, from my perspective, it's just, there would not be a situation where I would look at Casey and Tyler in the final 2, especially after everything we've heard. After everything they've heard about Tyler's game, where Tyler had a final 2 of Casey, had a final 2 of JC, had a final 2 of Brett, had a final 2 with, kind of had a final 2 of Angela, had a final 2 of Sam, had a final 2 with Scotty at a certain point. I just feel like there's no way I wouldn't vote for him at that point. Again, I feel, again, I mean, like, it's like, and people are saying, oh, he didn't win, he didn't lose to a bitter jury. It's like, he didn't lose to a bitter jury. He lost because of 2 bitter jurors. Because, I mean, 100%, Scotty was not voting for Casey. He was more so voting against Tyler. Same thing with Sam. She was voting against Tyler, voting for Casey. That's what a bitter juror is a person who votes against someone else, and not for the person that they're voting for. Again, much like last season, BB19, with Paul. Cody, Elena, Mark, Alex, and Jason all voted against Paul. They didn't vote for Josh. Did I say Jason earlier? Whatever. They didn't vote for Josh. They voted against Paul, which obviously is a way you can win the game. But it takes a lot more variance that way, because you're relying on the actions of other people. You're relying on the actions of the person you're up against more so than your own actions, which is why I don't respect someone who wins due to a quote-unquote bitter jury as much as I respect someone who actively did things and got the jury votes because of that. Yeah, I mean, I could go on talking forever about this, but I do need to go to sleep soon. But yeah, again, if it's like one, like again, I'm not as, I mean, from a pure jury vote perspective, I'm not as frustrated with Casey's win as I am with Josh's. Mind you, Josh's, to be honest, was fucking entertaining as shit, just because, again, Paul messed up so bad with a lot of his jury management. To see him lose because of his jury management that he thought was good jury management is really funny to me. But again, with Tyler, he didn't really have it. Again, Tyler just it just wasn't in the cards for him to win against Casey, especially at the point, especially by the time he got to around Final Four. I feel like at that point it was all said and done. To be honest, I think it would be interesting to see how. I do think JC wins against Tyler as well. So I do. That's why I'm saying I don't think it was really in the cards. I think because Casey essentially won out. While she didn't need to win that final HOH, she did need to win that Final Four HOH. Or Final Four veto, I mean. If she doesn't win that Final Four veto, she's either in big trouble with Angela or she's in minor trouble with... yeah, who knows what Tyler does? We still don't know. And if Tyler had won that veto and voted out Angela, then I think we will be saying that's the move that lost Tyler the game. But again, Casey essentially won out by winning that veto, really made it so Tyler had no other option than to take Casey. But again, it's not like this was intentional on Casey. It's not like Casey was thinking, you know what, if I get rid of Angela, he's only going to be able to take me. No, that's not what she was thinking. She wanted to go to the Final 3 with fucking Angela. It was ready for fucking Angela. She even told Tyler, hey, Angela's going to take you to the end, but I'm okay with that. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I mean, oh, fuck off. All right, the more I talk about this, the more fucking irritated I get. But whatever. Casey won. It is what it is. All right, we're done. Next episode will continue on. Thank you for watching.